How do I get my 31F friend's fiancé 40M to stop critiquing what I eat? My best friend 35F is engaged to a guy 40M who I actually like overall. My friend and I no longer live close, so our main activity together is going out for lunch or dinner at the halfway point. Her fiancé has this habit that started as annoying but is now a step above that. I like to get a few different appetizers instead of a main course. He'll always say, "You're getting all that?" Or even tell the waiter, "I don't think we need all that," like I'm a child. It's weird and frustrating and I can't get it to stop. We always do separate tabs, so it's not as though it's a financial concern. It never breaks up the pace of the meal, I just get the appetizers served during the main course. I've tried playing it off in a light but clear way, I've tried politely addressing it. It goes right over their heads. I've asked my friend about it privately and she says, "Yeah, it's annoying, he does it to me too. But he's great overall, so I look past it." I obviously won't lose my relationship with one of my oldest and closest friends over this, but it is making me extremely uncomfortable. I already have poor body image in relationship to food. Any ideas what I can do? Thanks in advance. What everyone else said, but also, why can't you and your friend have a pleasant lunch, just the two of you? Why is he always there? That must change the depth and closeness of the conversation. Simply tell him it's none of his business what you order. When he tells the waitress something, simply look at the waitress and say, "This is my order, please disregard his comments on my food." I'd have sternly told him to knock it off by now. Try using a voice like you might use to discipline a child. "Nobody fucking asked you, Kevin. Keep your eating disorder to yourself, Kevin. You need to call it out as he says it. He knows exactly what he's doing and he's relying on your relationship with your friend to keep you quiet. This is a form of control. As bad as he is with you, he's worse with her. If she marries him, he'll soon isolate her from all her friends." I, 37M, cut off all contact to girlfriend, 30F, since I caught her texting other men? 2 days ago me and my GF were looking at her phone and Amant's name texted her. I asked her who it was since I didn't recognize it and she said no one, just a friend. Instantly my gut told me something is going on. Then later that day we were driving and I seen her texting with a heart emoji. I pulled over and asked her who she is texting. She said no one, so I asked, "If it's no one, can I see?" She deleted My anxiety shot up. I broke up with her and she came crying later that day telling me to trust her and to check her phone to prove she wasn't cheating. She doesn't know I checked her deleted messages and saw she has been seeing 3 other guys. And to top it all off, she lives with her cousin and brother, and in the text message the cousin is really her boyfriend that she lives with, so the whole time I am the other guy. We have been dating for 9 months. It seems from the texts that they cheat on each other. I know the relationship is over, but it still hurts. I need some tough love from you guys, please. I did care about the person she appeared to be. Should tell her I saw the messages? She'll know. Believe me op, she'll know exactly why you have ghosted her. And she also will know that she deserved it. The breakup will hurt for a time and then it won't, and you'll move on with your life. That's just the way it is. But know this, life is too short to put up with being cheated on, and cheaters deserve nothing but the silence of us no longer being in their life because of their own actions. Make sure you get tested for STIs. Her trashy lifestyle put you at risk. What advice are you needing? You did the right thing. Yeah, I know it feels like a punch to the gut. I know that sounds pathetic, but I did care about her. Take the other 3 guys out for beers and tell them all. Damn, that's really messed up. You were right to break up with her. She was nothing but a facade, she wasn't real. You may have seen bits and pieces of her, but she's a pathological liar and master manipulator, or at least she appears to be one. You could tell her about seeing the deleted texts, but if she ever pulled this cheating stunt again, she may get away with it because she'll be smarter. BF, 31 male, gets mad when I throw food away, 31 female, how to move past this. For examples, I bought a personal watermelon and it was not good. Overripe, not a good taste, just not good. I knew I didn't like but just left it on the cutting board because I knew my boyfriend would be mad if I tossed it away. Woke up this morning and the watermelon was in the fridge. I asked him if he planned to eat it. No, he did not. I then explained that I will not eat it either. So then why did he keep it? Just cause was what he said. To be clear, I bought it with my own money and was fine with wasting the $5. Kind of the risk you take with fruit emo. It's still sitting in the fridge taking up space without being touched. This morning I burned a bagel by leaving it in the toaster too long. I went to throw it away and put a new one in and he seemed upset. He was mad I had thrown out the burnt bagel. Once again I bought the bagels and didn't want to eat a burnt one. We are not in poverty. We live in a nice apartment and I pay for all my own food. I did grow up poverty. Like really low poverty, and spent most of my childhood eating things I did not like. Whether it was because we didn't have anything else or because that what we got and we best be happy about it. As an adult with an income to buy what I want to eat, I don't eat what I don't want to. It's a way for me to move away from my childhood in a sense. So this obsession with keeping food that nobody is going to eat is pretty frustrating for me, and the fridge space suffers a lot. I understand not wanting to waste food, but this feels like an extreme. If he ate the food he insisted on keeping, then sure, go for it, but he doesn't. It feels like he just keeps doing to prove a point to me. I understand his point, I just don't agree with it 100% of the time, but he fails to see mine when it comes to fridge space. Also, I don't waste food all the time. I meal prep every week and eat all of it every week. I eat any and all leftovers that I enjoy. I truly don't waste food super often, but he makes me feel like I'm doing all the time or something. How do I explain to him as nicely as possible to mind his own damn business when it comes to food? Edit 1. I have already suggested composting, but since we live in an apartment there is none on the grounds and he refuses to get a countertop one. Also doesn't seem want to see if there is community one we could use. Also, once again, the apartment living means we can't just leave food out for the animals wherever we want. 25 years of marriage. I throw stuff away. He doesn't. I still do it. He still complains. Did he also grow up in poverty? Because that can look different to everyone. You had food, just not always food you loved. He may not have reliably had food. The term, personal watermelon, is very amusing. I've never heard it put that way before, lol. This is controlling behavior. Just stop doing it. Did his parents force him to eat bad things? Just because they were middle class doesn't mean weird shit didn't happen. Can he explain his need to put food back in the fridge that no one will eat? He may need a therapist. Something is clearly triggering this behavior if it's strong enough for him to pick a fight over. How do I explain to him as nicely as possible to mind his own damn business when it comes to food? You stop being nice. Tell him clearly and without risk of misunderstanding that you will decide what you wish to eat and what is no longer suitable, and you will not take his counsel on the matter. Full stop. If, as an adult, he cannot deal with the decisions of other adults that harm him in no way whatsoever, then that's a him problem, not a you problem. How do I explain to him as nicely as possible to mind his own damn business when it comes to food? Have you considered not doing it nicely? My ex 20 female was assaulted. How do I 22 male process my anger? I, 22 male, broke up with my ex, 20 female, about a year ago. We aren't in contact anymore, that was her choice. I have no regrets about having ended the relationship. I am happier than I was for the last year of it. We dated for 3 years. Last night I was at a bar in town, and I saw the guy who had been her best friend, 21 male. A friend of mine told me to stay away from him, and when I asked why, she told me that he had raped my ex, and that my ex's friends had told her that. I know this is in absolutely no way about me, but I was absolutely seething with rage. It took all my effort not to go to him and kick the shit out of him. I've never been a violent person. I've never attacked anyone, but I've also never been as angry as I am. I keep imagining her being assaulted, and getting very upset at the thought. Like I said, I know this isn't about me, but I keep having intrusive thoughts about how afraid she must have been, or how much I want to hurt him. Does anyone have any advice on how I can fight or process these thoughts? You are allowed to feel rage. What matters is what you do with it, and you are already choosing reflection over violence. I felt something similar when I found out about an incident that happened to one of my students. My solution was, after I got home, I put in Doom 2016 on my PS4 and screamed obscenities at the demons I was shooting for a while. Your anger is valid, friend. It's not a bad thing. But it's good to have an outlet, and going to town on a violent video game is usually a safe choice, emo. Firstly, you have no idea if that's true or not. Second, direct your anger into productivity. Attacking him solves nothing and just introduces you to an entire new world of problems. Significant other DO, you know that it's 100% true because you risk getting arrested if you report it. Basically take out your anger by going to the batting cages or something like a rage room. It's worst if you beat him up and it was all a misunderstanding or something, then you get arrested for assault and mess up your own future. Removed by Reddit. This is her trauma to process, not yours. You should leave the fuck alone.